So we did take Sandy to the vet today. So we figured we'll do a little...
Yeah, we'll talk about Sandy.
Speaking of, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. You want to come say hi to the camera? You camera shy? You come on. Oh, that'll make you come on. That'll make you show up, won't it? Is it yummy? Good girl. That's Sandy. She's our special lady. We found her. So we were going camping. Is it either the beginning or end of August? I can't remember.
I think it was Memorial Weekend, or it could have been Labor Day weekend.
Somewhere around, past Memorial Day. I think it was closer to Labor Day. But, yeah, we were going camping. We were driving out. We got in a late start to heading out to the campsite. So I think it was about like 1 to 2 a.m. Raining, not super heavily, but, heavily enough to, be considered rain in the Pacific Northwest. And suddenly we saw this car stopped on this bridge, and, we were wondering what was going on. We started driving towards it slowly, just in case something was happening, and this dog ran out right in front of us. In the rain, in the dark.
Yeah, and the bridge it had like a 300-foot drop.
Well, not 300 foot. I mean,
it was very steep.
I'd say like 50 feet, but I mean, 300 foot would be colossal.
Cut.
Sorry. No. So, there was a bridge and a steep drop. So, we pulled over, and she didn't run away from us, but she wasn't super comfortable with us right away. It wasn't until we started pulling out some bribes.
We had just recently gone to Owen's Meats in Cle-Elum, and it's basically just a butchery shop. But they have some of the best pepperoni I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
So we figured if we liked it, maybe Sandy would like it. And it turned out she did. She liked it a lot.
Quite a fan, yes.
Regardless of that, it still took about an hour to get her into the van with all the bribes, and she ended up eating half of our little stash that we had.
She was very enthusiastic. Once she found out that we were providers of meats and other delicacies, she was a little bit more comfortable with us.
Yeah, but we didn't feel comfortable just leaving her there. And we called the non-emergency line for for that area.
Yeah, for the dog catcher line.
They said they were going to send someone out, but they didn't give us a time frame or anything.
Yeah, so we figured, we don't want this dog just running around the road. So we got her. We, packed her up with us for the night and went to the campsite. Next day, or when we were headed back, we took her to a vet and had her, checked out and scanned for a microchip.
The first vet didn't find anything.
Did not find it, yeah.
So we figured she was like a stray or something. Mm-hmm. She didn't have any tags. She had a collar, but no tags.
Collar, no tags. Old collar. It was, deep into her fur.
And it was really muddy and nasty.
She was pretty matted with a lot of, dead hair, or, she needed brushing pretty bad. She wasn't filthy, but it was, probably because she'd been in the rain and had a lot of dirt washed off. But she needed some care, so, we decided to take care of her, and we decided, we'll probably just end up adopting her. So we took her to our vet, or the vet that, is closest to us where we lived, and they did find a microchip. And we contacted the owners, and they said they were going to come and pick us up. And I was pretty, upset about that. Once you made the choice to start bonding to an animal, it's kind of hard to break that process. So we actually, Daniel had the idea to say, to email them and say, hey, listen, we love this dog. You probably love her too, but in the off chance that she might be a hassle or bit too much to handle, we'd be willing to take her off your hands. And they they told us to keep her.
We were gonna pay
Yeah,
money for her.
we offered payment for her, and they declined that. Told us to keep her, to take care of her, and hopefully we've done that ever since. Yeah, she's our special lady.
She went traveling with us when we went across country. That origin trip on our channel, that's basically everywhere we went, and
Yep.
she was there the whole time. We got her when she was 7. Now she's 10.
Yeah.
She'll be 11 in June.
Yep. And yeah, no, she's taken to the homesteading life very well. She lets us know anytime anyone comes on the property, which is really wonderful. When we don't know someone's there, and really frustrating at 3 o'clock in the morning when it just happens to be someone driving by our property. But she's wonderful.
We should probably mention her breed. She
Yes.
is an Anatolian Shepherd, which is that breed's primary purpose is for a livestock guardian. She's not very good at it. That's not really her job on our homestead.
No.
Maybe if we got her as a puppy, we could have, trained her a bit better. But
She thinks the livestock are things with which to be played, which doesn't really work out for like the chickens and the ducks and whatnot.
yeah, so she doesn't really have free range of the homestead.
No.
But she gets at least 3 walks a day, if not more, and they're nice long walks. And then, of course, she's a senior dog, so her activity level isn't very high anyways, so she's usually taking a snooze next to the wood stove.
Yep. This summer we put her outside on a cable, a long cable, so she can move around and smell. But usually she just looks for a space in the sun, lays down, and gets cozy. Yeah, she's a tremendous comfort to us. A lot of the time, she senses when we're upset and when we're having a tough time, and she will come out of her room, and because she's the only one who gets a bedroom in the home. She'll come out of her room and come and nuzzle up next to us and let us know that we are in fact loved and allowed to pet her. So she's wonderful. Yeah. A lot of this wouldn't be possible without her, I don't think.
So the reason we're at the vet today is
Yes.
to get her rabies shot. And she has a couple of what we think are lipomas, just little fatty masses. We want to get those checked out. She's going to be 11, so we're just kind of, keep checking on her and make sure she's a healthy weight and all of those responsible things.
Yeah, she's for a senior dog. For a large senior dog, she's very spry. She's very healthy. She still loves to get the zoomies. We have to restrict her somewhat on, how much we let her run around because, she's likely to twist her ankle, which she's done a couple times in the past. But no, she's a very healthy girl. She's the best.
Sandy is the best.
Yeah. She's constantly needing brushing, though. Well, not constantly, but at least twice a year. There's a good couple of a month or so.
Well, she's a double coat dog,
Yeah.
and there is a condition that can happen to double coat dogs sometimes if they're kept in an apartment. If they're exposed to warmth all year long, biologically their coat will shed all year long because it's confused of what season it is. So sometimes that happens to Sandy. It's starting to slow down and go back to normal where she loses her coat in the summer, and then she doesn't shed as much in the wintertime anymore. But that is one thing that we're always doing is cleaning up sandy hairs.
Yeah, it's a never-ending struggle. Always, yeah. Anytime you drop it on something on the floor, there's a pretty solid chance you'll be picking it up with a few stray sandy hairs.
A major benefit to having a dog on the homestead is that she will clean our dishes.
Oh yeah,
She's a pre-wash.
we do call her pre-wash.
We don't give her like things like raisins or
Yeah.
chocolate, obviously.
Nothing that's toxic for dogs.
But if we've got a dish that is going to take a lot of water to wash, we let her lick it first, and then we wash it. And I don't think that's gross.
No,
some people might, but
I mean, we clean it afterwards with soap and water, but the amount of soap and water we need is considerably less. So
and then we're also not wasting paper towels to wipe out like sauce,
Yeah.
So that's really great.
Yeah, she contributes in her own very special way.
Yeah, when you're hauling all of the water that you use for dishes, you appreciate the fact that you don't need to use as much when you have a doggy.
Very true.
A big doggy.
And I think she definitely enjoys her role as pre-washer extraordinaire.
She gets treats that a lot of dogs don't usually get. When we butcher an animal, she'll get the liver and the kidneys and little treats here and there.
Yeah. I mean, we try to be, of course, we're always conscious to make sure we're adjusting her food to make sure, that she's not getting too much food. But, I mean, she's not overfed, nor is she starving. She does pretty well.
Yeah.
She's comfy for her age, which is exactly what we want her to be. We want our lady to be as healthy as possible. Because she's a good girl. All right, how are we going to press that button?
I already did. It's recording.
Oh okay. All right, yeah. Like you're saying?
Oh, right. Oh, is that my cue to start talking?